put your hands on my son?
I caught him in the bed with my daughter.
They don't give you a right to put your hands on my son.
He know the rules. He know the rules. When
Okay,
he
and I tell him the rules, but you, when it comes to my children, you do not put your hands on my child.
They don't go in the bedroom.
Understood.
They stay in the living room.
Understood. He put his hands on you, correct? Do not touch my child anymore. And I wouldn't touch your child. Don't
I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him. I roughed him up. I threw him out. He knew the rules.
It doesn't matter. You could have spoke to him. You didn't have to touch him. You didn't have to use physical force.
So did you even know who he was? Where he was?
She ought to be glad he didn't get his goddamn head blowed off in the bed with somebody's daughter. What woman? What are you talking about?
Yeah. And the fact that she feel brave enough to be putting her hands in this man's face like she masculine, stepping up to this man. I'm surprised this man had the strength to stay humble, because not only did I put my hands on my son, if you don't get from in front of my door, I might be forced to put my hands on you with you waving your fingers up in my face. Come on now.
Exactly.
That could have been a phone call, because see that right there? That's ground for some shit to go down. Because that could have been a phone call. Wow. Hey, my son came over here. He told me this happened or whatever. But see, when you think you so masculine that you could start approaching a man like that and then throwing your fame, you wasn't humble. You didn't talk and nothing. You aggressive as the fuck. Even if I was that man and I was his wife, you would, man, we would have been rolling if I would have been a woman that answered that.
First of all, you should have been talking to your son. Dude, what you over there in that man's house in the bed with his daughter for? You ought to be glad you made it out of that motherfucker alive. Mm-hmm. What the hell, dude? The last thing I'd have been, sir. I'm sorry. I don't teach my son to do that. I told him to stay in the living room, keep his hand to himself. Thank you for just because he got a foot put in his ass. That's the last thing you need to be worried about.
Is your daughter okay?
Yeah.
No. And first of all, you don't know what could happen to this little girl. So if this little girl turned up pregnant because your son did that, then you're going to all say, well, your daughter was hot. They'll be quick to say your daughter was hot. She shouldn't have never let my son lay up inside of her and be up in there. And this man is finding this out and he's trying to put a stop to it, because then your son going to be in court trying to pay child support and you won't have that same aggression. Then you're going to be mad and then you're going to be telling the man his daughter was hot. But you're not checking your son. Your son should have been at home doing his goddamn homework and doing something for his life. And he's standing up there like the little punk he is. He want his mama to go and defend that a man and put his hands on when you up in this man's house sleeping with his daughter. How low life you are.
Look at how he's standing with his arms
low life.
Up.
You ain't got no business in somebody's house. At least have enough decency to take the woman to a hotel or something. You gonna go up in this man's house and sleep with his daughter and he catch you and you think something ain't gonna happen to you? He said, I didn't even hit him. I just roughed him up a little bit and threw him out my damn house.
Exactly.
Shit.
You should be glad you didn't have to exit through the window, nigga.
Exactly.
Because that might be on the second floor.
Oh Lord, I should have been that man wife.
Man,
I'd have snatched him back in the back of his collar. I tapped him. I said, honey, come on in. I got this one. Come on in. I got this.
My door. This nigga up in here in the bed with my daughter. And I ain't gonna say I wouldn't let my daughter off the hook. Yeah, I'd have been in her ass too. I'd have been in her ass too. But I guarantee you this, his ass had to go, partner. You had to go.
But you had to go.
And the man say I didn't rough him up. Nah, I ain't gonna listen. Because this is consensual. Probably both of them are doing that. I probably wouldn't have roughed the man up, but I'd have woke him up hard. I really would have. I would have got him out the bed hard. I wouldn't have probably put my hands on him, but I'd have got him out the bed hard, and my voice would have been. It wouldn't have been friendly.
Well, she lucky he ain't call the police for him trespassing. You know, this man could have, because he said I gave him clear instructions. He's to be on the couch when he come over here. And apparently the man didn't know he was over there because he came home and caught him. So he could have called the police and had him arrested for trespassing in his home. He didn't do that, you know, and for you to come over there and not be humble and be apologetic. Hey, my son came to your home. He told me what happened. Is your daughter okay? And I understand you might have got a little heated, you know, and had to put him out of there. But I want to apologize, first of all, for him being in your house and being in your daughter's bedroom, like you asked him not to do without permission. But, I wish you would have, maybe called me and maybe not just, had to put your hands on him. I do appreciate that you didn't call the police on him, and I just wish you would have just not have touched him in that manner. That could have been a phone call.
Yeah, he could have been humble about the whole situation.
Humble. I'm not saying the man is right for putting his hands on the lady's son, but what I'm saying is the son is wrong. The moment that you entered into this man's home without his permission, you were wrong, because the man said, I told him and her that they're to be on the couch. So he didn't even know you were there because he came home and caught you in his house. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure he probably said, to his daughter, I don't want no guys over here when I'm not home. But her little hot ass made the decision to let him in, and then she let him in his bedroom, so she broke all of the father rules. All of them.
Now he could have spoke a different language.
Yeah.
And that language.
Thank you.
Then you would have really been had your little patootie would have been in a tangle for real.
Right. So you're clearly wrong, and to come to somebody else's house with that all that aggression. You lucky he ain't tie-tying your ass.
You ain't lying.
Let your son see you get
right
what I. No, since you are the parent of this son, I'm gonna put on your ass what I wanted to put on his ass, since you done brought your little aggressive ass over here. Now I'm gonna send you back for your husband or the man in your life, since you think you can come over here and try to handle me. Because what his ass should have got, I'm gonna give it to you. This is a good man. Because let me tell you something. If it would have been my house, things would have been a little different. Because I'd have said, honey, step on in here. I got this one.
Yeah, man. The gumption,
that's
man.
Crazy.
The gumption of people today, man. The gumption.
That's crazy.
Just
she waving her hand in this man's face. That's so disrespectful. You literally are pointing your fingers in this man's face, and yet he's still
in the wrong,
trying to be humble.
Yeah. Your son is in the wrong.
Right.
He in the wrong. Because first of all, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that man probably, if I had to guess, he probably ain't want them at their house while he wasn't there. Especially if he told them to sit in the living room. Obviously, because if he not there, he wouldn't have been able to see if they were sitting in the living room or not. So I'm pretty sure he meant sit in the living room while I'm here, while I'm around. Matter of fact, I don't even want you at her house while he not there.
Exactly.
That's what she should have been saying. What you doing at that man's house while he not there?
I was just saying, my son would have came home and told me, hey, Mr. Carr, he put his hands on me. Why he put his hands on you? Because me and his daughter was having sex. I'd have pulled out the belt and whooped his ass. I'd have whooped his ass. What the hell you doing having sex? What the hell you doing in a man bed? I'd have beat his ass. Do you know what could happen? Man, when I would have finished with him, he would have been so sorry. He even told my ass that he did it, because I'd be saying, do you know that you use a condom? You could get HIV. You could have all these venereal diseases. Come on, you could get her pregnant. Are you ready for that? Are you really ready for that? What are you over in another man's? Do you know that man could have killed you? That man could have beat you half to death? I'd have been so in my son's shit. He wouldn't have never looked at another girl when I would have got finished with him.